Welcome back to another ukulele tutorial. Today we're looking at the song Teach Your Children. I'm going to show you 4 ways to play this song, starting from easy strumming into intermediate finger picking. As we move through each pattern, we'll cover how to play each verse and chorus with our different patterns. You'll find the lyrics and the chords on screen, and you can also download them in a PDF link down in the description. Stick around for a play along at the end of the tutorial where you can play through the entire song along with me. I want to point out that I'm playing a tenor with a low G. If you have a high G on your instrument, you can follow this entire tutorial. Just keep in mind that your 4th string is going to be 1 octave higher than mine. Let's start by taking a look at the 4 chords that are used in this song. Our first chord is C. This is the 3rd fret of the 1st string. Our second chord is F. I have my index finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string and middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Next we have G7. Going from F to G7, I've kept my index finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, and I've moved my middle finger to the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and my ring finger to the 2nd fret of the 1st string. Our final chord is A minor. For this one, I have my middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Now we've come to our first pattern, which is the Island Strum. Here's how this sounds. Let's take a close look at this pattern and how to apply it to our first verse. Here's the Island Strum played nice and slow on our C chord. The pattern here is down, down, up, down, up. The rhythm of this pattern is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. For the verses, we're going to play our pattern once on each chord. For example, for the first line, we'll play our pattern once on C and once on F. Here's what that looks like. Now adding in the lyrics to verse 1. You who are on the road must have a code that you can live by, and so become yourself, because the past is just a goodbye. Now we've come to our second pattern. Here's how this one sounds. Let's take a close look at how to play this pattern, how to apply it to the second verse, and also how to apply our first 2 patterns to the chorus. Looking at this pattern nice and slow, we're simply playing strings 4 down to 1 twice. I'm playing string 4 with my thumb, string 3 with my index finger, string 2 with my middle finger, and string 1 with my ring finger. The rhythm of this pattern is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. For the verses, just like pattern 1, we'll apply this pattern once to every chord. So for line 1 of the verses, where we start on C and then go to F, here's what this will look like. Now let's add in the lyrics to verse 2. Teach your children well, their father's hell did slowly go by. at the first chorus with pattern 1. For the first line, we're going to play our pattern once on each chord. So once on C, once on F, and once again on C. Our C chord at the end of line 1 carries into line 2, where we sing the lyrics, so just look at them and. When we get to the word sigh, we'll play our pattern once. Then we'll do a down strum on our F chord and a down strum on G7. When we get to the word love, we'll play our pattern once again. Then we'll do a down strum on F and a down strum on G7. Now I'm going to play through this chorus instrumental only so you can see the strumming, and then I'll sing through the lyrics. Now adding in the lyrics to our chorus. Don't you ever ask them why, if they told you you would cry, so just look at them and sigh, and know they love you. Now let's look at the chorus using our second pattern. So instead of playing our Island Strum, we're going to play our finger-picking pattern of strings 4 down to 1 twice. When we get to our F and G7 chords, instead of doing a down strum, we're going to finger-pick all 4 strings at once. Now I'll play through the chorus instrumental only using our second pattern. Now adding in the lyrics for the chorus using the second pattern. Don't you ever ask them why, if they told you you would cry, so just look at them and sigh, and know they love you. If you're enjoying this tutorial, please give this video a like, and thank you so much for subscribing. Now we're moving into our third pattern. Let's take a look at this pattern up close and how to apply it to our third verse. Here's this third pattern played nice and slow. I'm starting with my thumb on the 4th string, index finger on the 3rd string, middle finger on the 2nd string, back to the 3rd string with my index finger, then I'm going down to the 1st string with my ring finger, up to the 3rd string with my index finger, 2nd string with my middle finger, and finishing on the 3rd string with my index finger. The rhythm of this pattern is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Looking at verse 3, we'll use the same chord progression that we used on verses 1 and 2. We'll play this pattern once on each chord change. So line 1, going from C to F, will look like this. Now adding in the lyrics to verse 3. And you of tender years can't know the fears that your elders grew. to our fourth pattern. This is a Travis picking pattern, and here's how this sounds. Let's take a look at how to play this one and how to apply it to our fourth verse. We'll also look at the final chorus and how to apply our third and fourth patterns to the final chorus. Here's our Travis picking pattern played nice and slow. I'm starting by playing strings 1 and 4 together with my thumb and middle finger. Then I'm going to string 3 with my thumb, string 2 with my index finger, back to string 4 with my thumb, down to string 1 with my middle finger, and then I'm finishing on string 3 with my thumb. The rhythm of this pattern is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. For verse 4, we'll apply this pattern twice to every chord change. So here's how the first line looks, playing this pattern twice on C and twice on F. Now adding in the lyrics to verse 4. Teach your parents well, their children's help will slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams. The one they picks, the one you'll go by. For the second chorus, the chord progression is the same as the first chorus, except for a final C chord that's added on at the very end of the song. To apply pattern 3 to our final chorus, we're going to play our pattern once on each chord for the first line. So starting on our C chord, we'll play our pattern once, and then once on F, once again on C, and the C chord has now carried over to the second line, so now we're switching over to our A minor chord. Now we're going to fingerpick all 4 strings on F, all 4 strings on G7, and then we'll play our pattern once on C. Once again, we'll fingerpick all 4 strings on F, all 4 strings on G7, and then we'll end with a nice down strum arpeggio on our C chord. Here's how it looks to apply our third pattern to the final chorus without the lyrics. And now adding in the lyrics with this third pattern on the final chorus. Don't you ever ask them why, if they told you you would cry, so just look at them inside and know they love you. Now let's look at the final chorus using our Travis picking pattern. We'll play this pattern twice on each chord on line 1, so starting with our C chord, then going to F, then back to C. On the second line, we'll play our pattern twice on A minor, then we'll pick all 4 strings on F, and all 4 strings on G7. Then we'll go back to our Travis picking pattern twice on C. We'll pick all 4 strings on F, all 4 strings on G7, And we'll end with our same arpeggio on our C chord. Here's how it sounds to play through the entire final chorus using our Travis picking pattern without the lyrics. Now let's add in the lyrics for this final chorus using our Travis picking pattern. Don't you ever ask them why, if they told you you would cry, so just look at them and sigh, and know they love you. Now we've come to our play along. I'm going to play through the entire song instrumental only and move back and forth between the different patterns so you can really hear how it sounds to alternate between the patterns without the lyrics. You can use any one of the patterns to play through the entire song, or you can alternate between them. The lyrics will be on screen, so feel free to sing along if you'd like. 5, 6, 7, 8. I hope you've enjoyed learning 4 beautiful ways to play Teach Your Children. Have fun practicing this song, and thank you for watching.